Soul fam. Hey, Soul fam. I'm a bit late because I had a sink disaster. My bathroom sink broke, like the pipes broke. So there's a message in that. Um, Bathroom is where you release, but this is about washing up, right? So cleansing. So something about cleansing was the pipes that. So water is expression, right? It's expression of emotion. And so something about the pipes, the pipe literally rotted. The metal broke. Hi. And Kita, I love your name. I love your name. It's so beautiful. You know, before everybody saw that movie with the dog called, I think it was Nikita. And there was a girl that was she was like a superhero or some kind of a action figure. And her name was Nikita. I heard that name. So that reminds me of that. Ankita. I like your version of it, Ankita. It's beautiful. Hi, Tina. I know you were waiting. Oh, you were waiting for the weekends. Oh, that's so beautiful. Let me put this up a squirt. So what I was saying was that I need to cool down. Oh, I got my plumber out of here just in time. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. So, and what's so funny is you can't even see this table next to me. Well, you can see it a little bit right there. But I'm such a neat freak that I came out here and I looked at it and it had gotten wet and dirty from the monsoons. Again, message monsoon is water, expression of emotion, a deluge of emotion. And I can't sit down and be comfortable and do my work when that's not clean. Even if you can't see it, I can see it. So it's cleaning up your emotional waters. And then in the bathroom, I lived with it for one day and I called the plumber and he's building a catio. I don't know if you guys have heard. If you saw it on my YouTube post or on my Facebook post, but my cat, Saphira, my queen, was mauled by 3 coyotes and she made it. I mean, it was divine intervention. Spirit told me there's going to be, they showed me 3 days before, 3 different times, you're going to have a form of divine intervention. And if the message literally was, death shall not take them. And I always think it's about my twin soul and I, they aren't going to kill this. They aren't going to kill this. But no, what it was my beautiful girl. I never have the window open because it's too hot right now. And I opened the window because it rained that night. And because that window was open, I heard this odd yipping and I knew it was coyotes. And I was up and out and over there across the street in 30 seconds. No word of a lie. I was there 30 seconds later. And I scared them. I said, hey, and they took off. I didn't even think. I just ran right at them. I didn't know who they were after, but they had somebody. And then I got to it was in my neighbor's yard right across the street. And I got there and I heard this thump. And I looked and Saphira fell from the tree. There were no branches. She couldn't climb it, but she got like halfway up the tree and she was holding on. And they were yipping and jumping at her. And when I grabbed her, I wasn't able to do much more than just grab her, get her in the house. That's all I could think about was get her inside. And I found out later, like I went to look for Pegasus, I went to look for Ligris, and they both came sauntering from the other direction, completely unaware of what had happened. So there may be a message in that too. Somebody had something horrific happen to them and somebody else is completely unaware of that. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Gina. And anyway, it was horrific. And I looked on the street and there was, there's my lipstick. I was looking for this from last time. 10 by 10 square of her fur just ripped to shreds all over the place. And she didn't die. Her body was battered very badly. She was in extreme pain. I had medication thanks to my friends. Their cat had leftover medication and they said, we have some if you could use it with all those animals. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Yes. So she had pain medication and I kept her doped up for 3 days and she didn't drink or eat for 24 hours. And I didn't know what was going to happen. There were no cuts on her body. She fended them off. So it was a hairy situation and that was divine intervention. So it's funny, sometimes we get a message and we want it to be about something else. And it could be also that there will be divine intervention for my spiritual twin and I. But in truth, because what they said was, if we need to intervene, we will intervene. And they did. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Archangel Ariel. But in the meantime, I'm now having to get it together to figure out how to build another catio. I have this big 2 catios out, and I built a big, I've got a left wing and a south wing and then the north wing. Beautiful catio in the back, but they're used to roaming, and she sits on the front porch. She guards our house. So I had my handyman come over. I was up late last night. My handyman come over to see how much he would charge me to build a big square out there for her. So I did get people on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you so much for your prayers, because I believe in the power of prayer, and all of you guys coming together was freaking amazing. And Kita, you've got a lot going here. You're so pretty. Oh, you're sweet. Will I and my partner have a reunion? Just had a fight. And Kita, your house looks so calm. This is a sanctuary. So what we do is, I'll tell you right now, I have a little book, and in this book, I write down everybody's name, and I will do a reading for the ones who ask. I will try to remember that it's about you and your partner, but in all truth, it doesn't matter what I know, Spirit knows. And we do that at the end, okay? So don't bother telling me what you need to know, like, can I, because we already know this whole story. We've been over this a million times, and it distracts me to be looking at that kind of stuff. So no worries. I will let you know. Oh my God, everything's rolling. Okay, everything's rolling. Items to choose from today. 1, 2. Did I choose something different? 1, 2. Every single time I have to go back in the house. Do I want to go back in the house? No. What we'll do is, okay. I had, all right, we will do 3. We'll do 3. My necklace is on backwards, however. All right. Hi, Ingrid. I'm glad you're here. My girlfriend Tina Lisa has to work, so she'll be watching this later, and others will as well. Hopefully Breezer comes on, and we've got Natasha Whiteside. We need Julie Zechariah. Hopefully she shows up. But it is Labor Day weekend, so I appreciate you guys being here. All right. I had to start with Metatron. This is Metatron's. Oh my gosh, my hair's all stuck in everything now. All right. Items to choose from. This is a phantom crystal. Phantom crystal quartz. Ooh, that's cool. You could see it. Where was I holding it that you saw it in the light? Right there. So are you choosing the phantom crystal? I'll bring it up close. This is a fabulous piece. And I will give you the messages for them. All right. So I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. So the phantom quartz, spiritual meaning centers on transformation, offering insight into one's life's journey and helping to process past traumas and process emotional blockages. It's phantom inclusions, which are the distinctions that you see, the inclusions inside, are symbolize stages of growth and are seen as a tool to connect with higher consciousness, promote self-worth, facilitate spiritual awakening, and enhance. I knew I couldn't read my own freaking writing. Enhance intuition. I had to guess that one, but that's what it was. Hold on a second. It encourages resilience and adaptability when facing challenges and can serve as a guide to navigating life significant transitions with greater wisdom. I am choosing this one. This is the one I choose. The next one is a blue apatite palm stone. It's stunning, stunning, stunning. Now, this spiritual meaning, communication, it holds the qualities or the energy of spirit, communication, truth, and spiritual connection. It links to the throat chakra because it's blue. It's Archangel Michael's color, right? Also the color of the throat chakra. Consider the stone of inspiration and manifestation. Now, you're going to listen to these and you're going to think, why didn't she choose this? Because I liked everything until I got to one sentence. It's said to clear blockages, to clear self-expression, to foster higher consciousness, to enhance psychic abilities. like intuition, clairvoyance, and promote desire to serve others. I have a desire to serve. I have served. I don't need to enhance the desire to serve. I need to not serve so much. So high pay. So I'm not choosing this one for myself. It helps with intellectual clarity and dream work and pursuing one's spiritual purpose. So there's that. The last one, which I feel like I want to go get something different. I think I do. I chose something. You'll see. Hold on. So be thinking about which one you're choosing and why. No. Look at that. I'm going to be the reason my cats escape. Cancel, clear, delete. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. They are not going to escape. Okay. I unplugged my phone. So the last one is, this is a deck box. And this is the Fool. So inside I have a couple of sneaky decks. I have the Hidden Truth Oracle, which is pretty good for me as a reader because it tells me things that you don't want to know about yourself. Like not that you don't want me to know. This deck is one it's pretty in your face. So I've got to be with the right people to use it. And then the last one is the Island Time Wellness, which is really awesome messages as well, but they're little and they fit in here. Now, for one thing, it holds my decks. For another thing, it's the Fool. So I'm an Aries, so I'm an Aries Fool. And the Fool is taking a leap of faith. As you can see, not looking down for the net, not worrying, going in full faith, ready to grow something new. See how they're holding the hand out and they've got the flowers coming from the hand? This is new growth. Traveling light, trusting in spirit that the net will be there or wings will come or spirit will lift them up, not looking down. The Fool is about a new adventure. It's about the beginning of something new. It's about, sometimes people think that you're foolish to do something. They think, what are you, out of your mind that you're doing that? You shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing it like this. And spirit says, don't listen to those voices. Listen to the sacred Fool within. All right. So those are your 3 items to choose from. I dropped my pen. All right. So now we're going to go to my girlfriend, Lisa Lichney. She DJ'd last night at a party and I stayed as long as I could, but I have so much to do to get ready for my weekly reading. Oh my goddess. I forgot my mallet. Can we just do it like that? Probably not. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I keep getting up and down. I'm sorry. I shall return yet again. Maybe there's something in here I need to see. No, you're not coming. No, there was nothing in there I needed to see. I needed to see that all my kitties were sitting there ready to make a break for it. Okay. Hey, woman. I'm out with my son and mom. I won't be here today, but I'll watch the video later. Lori. All right. We'll get a message for you. Hi, Cords. Natasha shared, I think my friends will love your messages. Awesome. Thank you so much. And any of you, I mean, share. Please do share. This is in the highest good of everyone involved. Right? So anything else? Hi, Braun. So nice to see you. Okay, here we go. Because Metatron came out, I'm calling in Metatron. Drives me crazy that it's backwards on YouTube. It goes the opposite direction. It's just hard for me to figure it out. Okay, here we go. Calling on Archangel Metatron. Calling on Master Jesus. Calling on Archangel Jeremiah to guard our dreams, bring us our messages in our dreams, and help us in review. Calling on Master Jesus always. Calling on the Father, Mother, God, Goddess, which is the same as the Mother Mary energy. She is the Empress. She is the goddess, our mother. Calling on all beings of the highest white light. Calling on Archangel Michael for protection. Calling on Archangel Raphael for healing. Calling on Archangel Ariel for animals' welfare and safety, as well as finances. Calling on Archangel Shamuel, the soulmate angel, the angel of work, career, and job opportunity. He will protect, she will protect, and work with Michael to help you remove what doesn't work for you and bring you what does. My feathers. Calling on all of the elementals, the fairies, the dragons, the unicorns, the Pegasus, all the winged ones of the night and day. Calling on all the sacred energy of Sedona, the ancestors. Calling on all four corners, north, south, east, west, wind, water, air, earth, fire. Come. Come. We thank you. We welcome you. We love you. Lisa used my singing bowl the other day when she came and did a healing with me. And she's like, this has got a wicked vibe and like a vibration. It's because there's a crack in the bottom of it. It's been repaired, but I still love it. I still think it's got a deep resonant sound, so works for me. Okay, you be careful over there, mister. Okay. So the decks that we're going to use, I've got a lot of decks here today. Again, as usual, I'll put you over here. Maybe not. I'll put you here. Oh, hi, Diana. Oh, you missed. Okay, let me just tell real quick. I gave the meanings of them, but you'll have to find out later. You're just going to go with your intuition. The items to choose from are the Phantom Crystal. Phantom Crystal. I love this. I feel like sleeping with it. The Blue Apatite, you can look it up to make your decision about which item you want to choose. And the Oracle box with the Fool on it. Leap of faith, trusting in spirit blindly. If others call you a fool, you know better. Those are your three items. And I'm not going to go back and do that again. And I'm just holding my palm stone for all of us. This is rose quartz, the greatest love stone that there is. The greatest power that we have is love. So I'm holding that for us all. All right, here we go. I will write your names down later for your private messages, your personal messages. They're not private. They're all for all of us. And remember, the messages aren't just for you. I've been getting messages from people that I don't even know and who have been saying to me that they found the readings and came upon them. And it doesn't matter when you come upon it. You come upon them when the time is right. And they said, I didn't get a particular message for myself because I joined late, but I got many messages from all the others. Okay, so first, because we're using crystals, I think what we're going to do is go to the Crystal Oracle. Okay, here we go. For those who chose the Phantom Quartz, I do love the Blue Apatite. So I choose in the order of all, because I have all four clairs: clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, I always forget the fourth clair. Anyway, I've got all of those gifts. I just don't want to focus my emphasis on being more in service, because I'm in service more than I'm supposed to be. So I will choose the Fool, the Phantom Quartz, and the Fool box. Breezer, good morning. Soul Tribe, just managed to pop on briefly. Just about to start my morning shift. Have a magic day. Okay, everyone, Breezer saying hi. 3 items, I'm going to do it. Phantom Quartz, Breezer, Blue Apatite, Palm Stone, and the Fool Oracle box. The Fool, the Sacred Fool, taking a leap of faith, trusting blindly in spirit, and not listening to the silly voices of others that tell you to go against your own intuition. Okay, so we're going to start with the Phantom Quartz. Breezer, I called you in. I think that's so awesome that you came. Okay, for those who chose the For those for you who chose the Phantom Quartz, oh my God, sorry. I was wearing this last night. So this is fluorite, rainbow fluorite. So first thing that comes to mind is the rainbow, promise of good things to come after a difficult time. But this has a very high spiritual vibration. Notice in the center, the rosy color, right? So what you're seeing is purple, that rosy color, which is the heart chakra. The purple is the crown chakra, the highest spiritual. And the green is also your heart, and it's healing, right? So this brings a very high vibration that shields you from a negative influence or a negative person that's causing you to become emotionally imbalanced. Very interesting. So you're being shielded. So you're being surrounded by love. You're being surrounded by light. Look, that's you in the center. Your heart is being guarded by spirit. And Raphael, we called him in, and he's absolutely working with you. So let your fears go in regards to this situation. Allow a healing to occur. That's all around you, pervading the situation, right? Focus everything about yourself on what it is that you wish to do and bring about, and let go of what other people are feeling or thinking. Natasha said, hi, Breezer, if you're only able to hear. Hi, Laura. Very nice to see you. I'm sorry, we're going on the first card. You'll have to go back. We've got 3 items to choose from. Phantom Quartz crystal. You can look up the spiritual meaning. Blue apatite, palm stone, and the Fool Oracle box. And we're on our first message, which is fluorite. And it's talking about the spiritual vibrations that come to shield you from a negative situation or person in your life. So don't worry about what anybody else has to say, right? You have your own higher self. You have your own intuition. You're safe. You are loved eternally by spirit. Nothing can harm you except for your own fears. A lot of us in our own way by being fearful of, oh, this, that, or the other. Let go of that. Understand that you are safe. Spirit is bringing a healing in regards to this situation. It's psychic protection, like what happened with Saphira. She was literally attacked by 3 coyotes, and she chases other dogs. When dogs come into our yard, she chases them because it's her property. And she's used to Raven and Bea, who are afraid of her. And the coyotes came and said, we're not afraid of you. We're not your dogs that want to lick you. We are wild animals that want to kill you. So she went running at them thinking she could handle it. And clearly spirit stepped in. So you might think that you can handle something and then you get overwhelmed. Understand, you are the one in the center. You are love, right? Spirit loves you, and you have healing all around you and psychic protection right here. So don't worry about what anybody else has to say or do about this. This brings about also emotional stability. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Vaughn. You guys live in the same area. I know Braun from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. I've known him. What have we known? Like 13 years? I used to go back every year about 4 or 5 times a year, and I haven't been back now in over 5 years. But I'm trying out a new babysitter. She's coming so that I can go to California and pick up my canoe. She's going to come stay in my house. And if it's a success, I'm going to make plans to go home to Sturgeon Bay because it's been far too long. All right. That was our first message. I'm going to put that over there. So now we go to the blue apatite, palm stone. Look up the spiritual meanings of these if you didn't hear me when I was telling you. And we're going to go to the, what is this deck? The Akashic Tarot deck. It's a reverse deck. So it's either, it just shows you different sides of the situation, right? Something that you need to be aware of for protection, or something you need to work on, or it tells you what's coming. So we'll see. Hold on. It's hot. It's so hot, you guys. Humid. My landlords are coming back in October for a visit, and they stay on this whole side of the yard. So I'm praying by then it's cool enough, and we'll go back to our other side. Correct for neutrality. Archangel Gabriel flew out in the upright. So Gabriel is the angel, the archangel that came to me as a messenger. Well, he came to me, and it's weird because I've always seen the feminine because they're male and female. She presented as a female to me, and she came to ask me if I would accept the assignment as a messenger. Of course, I said yes, not knowing at all what I had in store for me. But she's holding balance out. She's holding. Did I bring my glasses? I did, because there's a message in what she's holding. She's holding sparrows, one on each hand. One is flying and one is sitting. So the sparrow I've spoken about before represents victory, endurance. A sparrow doesn't have an especially beautiful plumage, doesn't have an incredibly distinct and wonderful song. Others say, I don't say that. I think every animal has got something amazing about it. But, to the world, they look at a cardinal and go, wow, look at those colors, or a parrot, right? A sparrow can live anywhere. You will find a sparrow anywhere in the world, which tells you that you can do it. You can survive. They are survivors, but they were chosen as the pet of Aphrodite, and they represent victory. So one is flying, one is sitting. So do you need to speak? Do you need to listen to the message that we are delivering to you, is the first thing that comes to mind. So this is Gabriel, the divine messenger, the angel of communication. And you can see the trumpet down at the side. So that's when they herald news. Look at the look on the face. It's very peaceful, right? The energy is very peaceful. So on his chest, he shows Mercury. We just came out of Mercury retrograde. Good afternoon. Just breathe. Everything will work out exactly as it's supposed to. Someone just sent me a message. Don't worry. Everything's going to work out exactly as it's supposed to. So whether that's I was saying, is it in regards to my catio and being able to afford that, have it done, or is it in regards to my spiritual twin? So that was a message, and that may be a message for you guys, because for the first message we got, right, the negative situation, the negative person, it's going to work out. That's what just came through. So when this shows up, this represents a divine connection, a profound connection to the truth. Because Mercury is the god of communication. That's why when Mercury retrograde goes sideways, communication is a problem, right? Dropped emails, misunderstandings. You don't want to sign contracts. You don't want to go into a new business proposal. You don't want to make major decisions just right in Mercury retrograde if you can help it. Oftentimes, whatever you agreed upon in Mercury retrograde falls out. So this is the angel of communication, which is what Gabriel is wearing on the chest. I find this very intriguing, since we literally just came out of the shadow period. And this one brings forth the secrets of the world. This one brings forth the secrets of spirit. The trees started going. So it's a profound connection to the presence of Gabriel, which makes sense to me because I am the messenger. I work for Gabriel. So right now, what they're saying is your powers of expression are on the rise right now. Your powers of being able to deliver peaceful. No, let's put this a different way. For you to be able to express yourself and deliver messages in a peaceful manner, not an aggressive manner, that it's easier, times of easier communication for you, communicating with others, getting your feelings and thoughts across to others. This talks about any projects that you might be working on in regards to where communication is necessary. She's got a scroll. Well, she's got a scroll. So this could be if there's anything to do with publishing, like words, anything to do with like essays or proposals. That's wrapped in a white sash for purity and clarity. Right now, journalism, marketing, television, radio, YouTube, Facebook, this is all communication, right? So Spirit says right now, whatever you do in regards to this message, whatever it is in regards to this message, understand the importance of your words, right? Your words are powerful. Call upon Archangel Gabriel when you need help with anything to do with communication, with getting your message across. Call upon Archangel Gabriel for help in regards to that. All right, so now we go to the Fool. And as I said before, this holds a couple of cool little decks that I might use during this reading. And I see the Fool about to take a leap of faith. It could represent a new beginning, a new adventure, starting a new adventure. It's traveling. Someone's traveling light. Someone may be traveling light to see you. They're holding out hopes of growth, trusting in it, actually trusting in it, expecting growth to take place. There's a little dog, a loyal dog at the foot of this Fool. So wherever you go, I will go, Spirit says. Wherever you go, I will follow. I am protecting you. I am loyally at your side. It could represent a couple. Trusting in Spirit. This one's about to go off a cliff. Others are thinking, what are you, insane? Why would you take this leap of faith? Why would you go in this direction? You could fall to your death. This could be a complete disaster, right? And Spirit says, this is trust. Trust in us. Trust in us that, like we told you, Sherri, death shall not take them. You will witness the impossible made possible. What you think cannot be. What you think is impossible is not possible. I mean, is possible. Sorry. So whatever comes to mind with the Fool. Also, the Aries in the zodiac, or I mean, in the tarot. And I don't do tarot. I was advised not to do tarot because it's steeped in the occult. However, the tarot card for the Aries people is the Fool, and I am an Aries. So I looked at this to me as Spirit is my faithful companion. And also, this also for me represents that my animals are cared for as well. Whatever's happening, we can take this leap and they're going to be safe and I'm going to be safe, which has just been proven. So there's that. Correct for neutrality. I got to put it down because it's in the way. All right. And the deck that we're going to use is the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Now I also got a message, and I just was given the heads up about this. So this is a side message. Hi, Frank. I have worked with a pendulum. Absolutely. You have to absolutely trust in your own intuition and know that you trust that you have the correct guidance. Isn't that awesome? Cicadas. Hi, guys. I've been picking them up off the ground because they've been passing away. Did you see my videos? I watched the cicada come out of, I saw one that had come out of the ground and climbed the tree. They were all stuck on the tree, the shells, but this one was still in progress. And I kept coming out of the house, and I was unfortunately on a call, so I couldn't film him emerging. I'm so mad, but I got him right as he emerged after, and his wings would drop down. So it was pretty amazing. You got one from a woman. Yeah, you need to trust. Hello. Hi, Wave. I don't know who all these, I don't know. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you need to know that your intuition is like, you need to trust yourself because it goes off of your connection to the divine. I use the pendulum for yes, no answers. And I've used it here before. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Forgot what I was about to say, what I was saying before the cicadas came. Malachite. Malachite, again, the color of healing, the color of the heart chakra, the color of wealth, color of money. Malachite. So this is talking about positive change. This is talking about support and healing. I love this. I chose this for myself as well. I hurt my ribs really bad about a week ago, and it didn't show up until about 2 days later. And I didn't know, it felt like I literally had, you know, when it feels like a rib gets stuck on another rib, it was excruciating, and I still feel it. I went to an event last night, and my friend was DJing, and I couldn't dance the whole night, and it was wonderful. It was awesome, but my ribs were in absolute pain. And I was trying to figure out what's underneath here, right? And I was like, what organ is there? It's your liver. It's your, was it pancreas? I can't remember what the other one. And so I don't go to where, oh my gosh, I've got a whatever, because I kept getting from Spirit, you're healing. So this, again, for you guys, you're healing, right? This has to do with healing. This is also talking about letting go of past regret or guilt that has stalled. This is my message too. So I got to think of all the ways that this applies. So you're going to let go of past regret or guilt soon. You may not have done it yet. You're in the process of doing this or about to do this. That stems from a misconceived belief that if you had done it a different way, things would have turned out differently. If I had said this then, this wouldn't have happened. If I had done this then, it wouldn't have happened. And it would have been better for me, or it would have been better for them, or it would have been. Now, I'm going to stop for a second, because in truth, Spirit gives us warnings. It depends on how tapped in you are to the messages that Spirit delivers and to your own intuition. I saw a coyote scat in the pool. I have a little kiddie pool that I fill with water for the wild animals. And I saw a coyote scat in that pool and on my sidewalk 3 days before this happened to Saphira. So I knew the coyotes had come into my yard. I didn't think that they would be brazen enough to, but it doesn't matter. She's out there at night too. They took her off my porch. So I was given warnings, and still, right? Like, what if I just brought her in, she wouldn't have had to go through this, but maybe she needed to go. I needed to build a catio for her. I needed to pull my other cats in off the street, right? I always worried about them. So you got to think about, there's always, there's a universal law that you won't lose anything without getting an equal gift in return. So however that might apply in your life, I'm using the thing that happened for Saphira because it's balance. It's everything's in equilibrium, right? So it might be that you're failing to see your past actions or your past choices or your past decisions properly. You might be beating yourself up. But if you look carefully, you'll understand that everything is actually unfolding in accordance with your divine will, your divine soul, with your divine purpose. And there are no mistakes ultimately because everything serves a purpose. She got really badly hurt, but you know what? That's her deal too. She went after that dog. So think about if there's a person in your life, you went after that dog and you got hurt. That wasn't a dog. That was 3 coyotes and they were going to rip your throat out. So it's also, don't mistake. Sometimes people come, what is it, the wolf in sheep's clothing? This can represent people and situations, right? So everything is designed to give us a lesson and for us to be able to expand our awareness on a greater scale so that we can understand the wisdom and the love that Spirit has for us, even when things go sideways. So it's also about blessing the past and letting it go. Know that everything that you have said, done, or even failed to say or do has had a positive effect because it served you in some way. It served you in some way. Now, sometimes the way it serves is by looking back and realizing, wow, I did this and that happened. So next time I won't. So I've learned a lesson, right? So Frank, I've been curious if I can trust the answers it tells me. Not yet. Not yet. You have to work with it. You have to. And also, can you tell me what the material it is, what it's made of? Because if it's a crystal, that's different. Also, if it's metal, if it's wooden, whatever, if it's, tell me what it's made of. All right. So that's that. Those are our 3 items to choose from. And we're going to go on to the runes. The runes. Correct neutrality. We have to work with, but you know what? If you were a person who absolutely trusts, because it has to do with your trust in the divine and your connection to the divine. And I would say Spirit, I would call upon Spirit. I would call upon Archangel Michael. I would call upon Archangel Gabriel. I would bless that. If it's a crystal, the crystal is the best kind of pendulum to have. But I would bless it and I would ask for a clearing and a shielding of it. All crystals should be cleared in the sun. You can clear them with selenite as well. And I would ask for Michael to protect whatever answers come through. And I would ask for, like, you were given the different ways for you to connect to your intuition. I mean, phantom quartz is one way to help you connect to your intuition, right? It's turquoise in color. So turquoise is a connection between the throat and the heart. So that's actually a really good one for you. Even if it's not, I don't work with anything that's not authentic like crystal, but just the color alone, turquoise is my soul color, my soul path. So the fact that it connects to your throat and your heart, I would say that you can trust it. You need to bond with it, literally, like sleep with it, hold your hand in it, pray with it. Say, I'm trusting my intuition right now. And even if you make mistakes at first, Spirit, the more you get to trust in that you're getting, what you're getting will work. Laura, my phone is about to die, but I'd like a reading if you don't mind. I'll watch the rest when it's charged. Thank you very much. Appreciate you and your messages. I'm not sure what the stone is. Doesn't matter. All right, Laura, I'll write your name down really quick so I don't forget. Laura and Kita. I'm going to just write your names down. Everybody don't jump in right now. Ankita doesn't speak English very well, so she's asking. Ankita, question, partner. Laura, Okay. Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. The runes. Correct neutrality on all levels. What rune do you want us to? All right. First thing I saw was a bridge. I also saw all the cicadas because their legs look like that. I've been picking them up off the ground. I don't like them. And even as they're dying, I put them in a sacred place. They don't last very long. That's why they're called the twin soul bug, sadly for us twin souls. They spend 17 years doing their work, and then they come out, sing their song, call to their loved ones, mate, and then they die. It's a very short cycle. It's very sad. It's very sad for me. All right, so let's see what this is. It's called initiation, and it actually goes this way. So for YouTube, I think it's backwards. Wait. For YouTube, it goes F. I can't. Why is it not letting me do it? It goes like that for YouTube, okay? For you guys, it's like that. So, initiation. So that sounds like the beginning of something, right? 103. I'm hearing somebody's very emotional right now. Ooh. Somebody's having it. Oh my God. My dogs are jumping at the wall. Hold on. I'm very emotional. Maybe you don't even care about me. Someone's overly emotional right now. They're somebody's moving on from them. Somebody has left a situation or is in the process of leaving a situation. It has not been in their highest good, and they have finally recognized that. Hi, Sunshine Tea. And they're angry. So isn't that a beautiful name, Ankita? I tell her that. Okay, I need to let Raven out. She's going to destroy my screen. Okay, nut job. Okay, out quickly. I called you guys before. You could have come out before. But you have to make a big entrance. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't drop my quartz. It was on my lap. It fell in the seat. Thank goddess. Okay. Initiation, something hidden, a secret matter, a heretic or mystery. Hieratic. It points to that which is beyond our frail manipulative power. Perth is on the other side of heaven. I find that very interesting because my great-grandmother was in Perth. My grandmother should have been born in Perth, Australia. I think this is very interesting. Every time I step into the fairy forest, I'm instantly in Australia. I'm in Perth on the other side of heaven. I find this very interesting. The unknowable, and has association with the phoenix, the mystical bird which consumes itself in the fire and then rises from its own ashes. Its ways are secret and hidden. Powerful forces of change are at work here, yet what is achieved is not easily or readily shared. After all, becoming whole, the means of it, is a profound secret. On the other side of the earthly or mundane, there may be surprises, gains, or rewards that you did not anticipate. On the other side of human nature, this rune is symbolized by the flight of the eagle. Soaring flight, free from entanglement, lifting yourself above the endless ebb and flow of ordinary life to acquire broader vision, all that is indicated here. Another of the cycle of runes, Perth, stands at the heart of initiation. Nothing external matters here, except as it shows you its inner reflection. This rune is concerned with the deepest stratum of our being, the bedrock of which our destiny is founded. For some, Perth means experiencing a death. If need be, let go of everything, no exceptions, no exclusions. Nothing less than renewal of the spirit is at stake. We are going into eclipse season, and that's when I told you the song was about somebody leaving a situation with a very toxic energy, and the person that they're leaving is angry, frustrated, and upset, and is like going at them, but they are leaving. They will not be stopped. All right. The charms, and these are all the charms. I've always thought about charms. I know a lot of other readers use charms, but this is all thanks to Tina. She thought it would be a great idea. She goes, why? Because I got the rune book. I knew I was going to do runes, and She said, what about charms? It just adds another layer. Oh my goddess. My lipstick just melted. This is really nice, period. I'm going to let you guys see what this is, because you might want to get some. This is Burt's Bees Lip Balm Tint, and it's got like a menthol feeling to it. It feels good. Okay. Lisa, okay, hold on. Correct fatality. I knew this was coming out. There's my intuition. I knew this was coming out. The spider. This is the energy of the spider. This is the energy of the mother. This is talking about, do not attempt to befriend with the intention of networking. There are people that do that. This is the Black Widow. This is the spider also of creation. We don't want to call it always negative. The spider of creation has incredibly wonderful messages as well. But this tells you where do you need to withdraw or pull out strands in your web that have become weakened, that have become snared with debris. Do you know that a spider never uses the web the second day? The second day, it just becomes a cobweb. So what needs to be torn down, or where do you need to retrace, regrow strength in your communication, in your familial units, within your friendships? Where can you regrow that? Where are ones that need to be completely eradicated altogether whatsoever? This is also telling you that maybe this is a time of creativity for you. Maybe you need to work on that. Maybe it's time for a new creative project. Spider Woman is a monument in the desert here. I've often wanted to take Duchess and go there. Spider Woman is also a goddess, an Indian goddess. However it might apply to you. Correct neutrality on all levels. Thank you for the clouds. Perfect. Cat. This is a happy cat, just sauntering along. That was Sapphira and Pegasus sauntering along, having no idea that their sister almost died minutes before. So this is curiosity. This is, so how remember, curiosity killed the cat, right? So Sapphira was curious about that. So maybe since we're talking about that, and that's such a prevalent thing for me right now, be careful. But it also is not a warning to not, there may be something that you're inspired, you're curious about, like Frank's curious about this pendulum, right? So something that you're curious about. The cat goes to who they love. They're very loyal. I'm a Lyran starseed, and that is my Lyran army. And that's why I spend a lot of money, thousands of dollars, on feeding and building catios to keep my family safe. So this again is telling me my animals are taken care of by Archangel Ariel. The finances will be taken care of. My landlord said I can build whatever I want. They will not beg. They will not do tricks for you. They know their own elegance. They know where they came from. They travel in and out of dimensions. They go in and out of the darkness into the light and back and forth. They can see spirit when you cannot. They guard you and protect you from dark energies. Cats are fucking badass. Natasha, I'll never forget when you sent my sage. The charms were a feather and a mermaid, which I am Pisces and part native. I know. I really, when I go to California, I should pick some sage. I'm going to that spot. And I should make some more sage wands. I'm called the Queen of Wands, and I made ceremonial sage wands, and Natasha was one of the people that got them. Where's Sarah? Oh, not Sarah. Amy Fuarte. I wonder where she is today. Maybe she's seeing Sarah because it's a holiday. All right. One more rune, and then we're on to you guys. I mean, not rune, charm. Oh, this is amazing. That was the other item, so we'll use it next week. Turtle in their shell. So this may tell you that it's time to withdraw and stay, or that you need to stay safe with under your shell. It also may represent the kind of energy that you are. Have a little bit of a tough shell, but that is because I need to protect myself. Also, I'm catching light right here. Catching light right here. It's gone. How quickly it went. Went behind a cloud. This one is missing. Wow, it's not. I want to show you this. I just noticed this. So look at its little foot. It's a Henry the Hig. It's got a gimpy little foot. See it how it goes out to the side? It's got a gimpy little foot. I know who this is. in my life. So I have a tough exterior because I'm protecting myself. Do you know that their shell, even though they have this tough exterior, do you know that that it's incredibly sensitive, that they feel it when you touch them, that you can hurt them very much on their shell? That is their spine. Their shell is their spine. They're not as hard as you think they are. There's a message. I'm not as hard as you think I am. I may travel slowly, but I'll get there. I've been healing. I have a little gimpy foot that's I was hit by a truck and left to die. So whatever that energy was that knocked this person, left them for dead, left them in the middle, and divine intervention came. My friend stopped, called me. I took him in. Archangel Michael and Archangel Ariel saved him with me as we did healing energy. And you've all seen Henry the Hig, I think, runs with this little gimpy leg. He's a badass, climbs to the tallest of the towers, goes faster than all my other cats, would never accept special treatment. So this doesn't have to be physical. It can also represent a speech impediment. It can represent what other people call a disability, ADHD, on the spectrum, whatever. And yet that one climbs to the highest of trees. I just saw one land, a beautiful little bird, the tiniest of birds, and a hummingbird right above it, climbing even higher. That tells you you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself as well as others. That's Ligris. Can you see her? Hi, Ligris. You guys have never seen Ligris. No one's seen her. Wait, I don't know if I can get you to see the catio. Oh, it's the other direction, right there. If you zoom in, that's my princess. She's right in the corner of the house. That is Pegasus the Divine, my white one. That is his little sister. And she is tiny, 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 tiny. And she has hair that long. Hi, honey. I went to get a Maine Coon and I got her and Peg, and they're Norwegian forest cats. I am a Norwegian forest cat as well as Welsh. And as with the goddess that has the chariot drawn by the two Norwegian forest cats, that's Pegasus and Ligris. I am Ligris. And some of you remember Liger, my big, beautiful boy. He was 15 and a half and he passed here in spirit. When he made it a year with me here, and then he passed. I don't even know if he made it a year. In any case, we're going on. She just showed up to say something. I've got Ankita. I've got Laura. I've got Tina. Tell me now. Johanna, what a beautiful name. Johanna Lydia Lula. Yes, you may. Johanna. A beautiful name. We've got gorgeous names here. Sunshine Tea, I'm putting you down. Sunshine Tea. And did I tell you that I did make Sunshine Tea? I kept saying it and I didn't do it. And I made it. Natasha. I had licorice root and all kinds of flowers. Ingrid, of course. And I put it out in the sun. I made Sunshine Tea. Frank. Absolutely. Sunshine, I got you already. Chords. You did not hear your name. I shall put you now. Chords of gratitude. Isn't that a pretty way of putting that energy out there? Is there anyone I missed, you guys? I'll pay. So we've got Ankita, Laura, Tina, Johanna, Sunshine Tea, Natasha, Ingrid, Frank, Chords of Gratitude, and Pay. We've got 10. I normally just go to 10. That's a lot. I've got you, Natasha. All right. Breezer. Oh, that's right. Ingrid. That's right. Thank you so much. Breezer. She's 11, Divine Gateway. All right. Here we go. If anybody else comes in, I know, Ligris. I'm sorry. I'm about to get you a new catio on the front porch. See, it was Saphira and Ligris that used to hang out on the front porch. And they're both pissed off. He said it'll take him 2 weeks before he can even start. Lord knows how much it's going to cost. I will tell you right now that a very beautiful woman named Amanda, don't know her. She saw my post about Saphira on Sedona Love and Community Message Board, and she is from Maryland, and she sent me a large donation to help me. I was saying, I don't even know how I'm going to pay rent this month with all this, what's been going on. And she sent me, and I'm not going to say anymore. I'm just going to say Amanda. And I was crying that morning, and I was saying, Spirit, I need help. You need to help me because I need to figure something out. I can't have 11 cats in my house under my feet. It's insane. And it's been super tight. And, you know, I got to pay my rent here, and I got to pay for all these animals, and it's getting crazy. And literally 10 minutes. And I was upset at Spirit. I will tell you, I was upset. And I said, I am so tired, and I have been waiting, and I have done my work, and I am deserving, and you need to help me because I work for you. So you need to work for me. And I request assistance now. And I said it like that. 10 minutes later, she contacted me, and she said, I understand you need to get another catio. I would like to help you with that. She goes, and if you can't afford to get the catio, I will buy it for you. And she goes, and if you, and then she called me back. We haven't even, it's incredible. I'd never met her before. She just said that she found me, and she said, oh, hi, I recognize you. She has Lyran in her as well. And she said, called me back a few days later, and she says, if you need to use that money right now for rent until that happens, go ahead and feel free to use it in any other way. I'm not poor. But I pay for a lot here on my own, and I've been really run down, and Spirit's asked me to slow down. So it literally came 10 minutes later. That's how fast Spirit will answer you. So this is for Ankita. Move ahead with full force, confidence. You are on the best path. So Ankita asked about their partner. Are we going to reconcile? You're being told to go forward, not be worried about going backwards or worrying about that. You go forward. And you're on the best path when you choose you, is the message. They're not telling you whether you're getting back together with this person or not, because the emphasis is not to be on that person. The emphasis is to be on you. I choose me. Even with my spiritual twin, you all know, he is the love of my life. I've never loved anyone like that man. Never. But I had to get to the place in my life where I said, I choose me. I will always choose me before you. And if we don't get to that point, it doesn't go well for us. So now we go to Laura. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Laura, what is your message? You're welcome. Laura. 2 came for Laura. So this is about forgiveness, and it's time to heal old wounds. Forgiveness is required. Do not allow yourself to be a victim any longer, for in doing so, you only hurt yourself. You're eternally loved, and embrace the love that is being offered now. Allow it to heal you. You're hanging yourself on a cross. First of all, Jesus Christ wasn't put to death on a cross. They didn't even do that. They had a stake. So this is religious. I don't like it, but I'm just telling you the message, okay? Master Jesus did not die he didn't die the way we thought he died either. Anyway, then this one is sacred knowledge. Ancient and sacred knowledge is awaiting within the heart of the earth, yearning to be discovered. Guess what? Crystals hold the key. I knew when I got these crystals, there was something powerful. I didn't even realize I had a phantom crystal. I'm just like, I want to sleep with this. So connect energetically with the crystal realm, with the earth. Healing, love, and abundance will result. So as I said, who do we have represented with us today? All the energies. If you go back and read what the messages were for Blue Apatite, we all know rose quartz, the greatest love stone of all, and the phantom crystal. So connect with the crystals of the earth and allow a healing to take place. I think I better put my crystal up here because I don't need it falling off and crunching on the ground. Okay, that was for Laura. Tina. Oh, and then her daughter Lisa is also. And then my Lisa. And then my Serenity. Serenity and Lisa are my best friends. Okay. Oh, but what about my beautiful, beautiful Danielle? I love Danielle. Okay. We're going to Tina. I know somebody asked me a question. Where was it? Oh, it wasn't a question. Thank you for sharing that, Sherri. It's a reminder to all of us. Natasha said, you're welcome. All right. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This was the deck that I got when we went on my quest up to Northern California. Remember, I used it all week when I was there. I loved it so much. This is a deck that was created by my friend here. And this is my deck that Zoe and I created. I channeled all the messages from Spirit, and Zoe did the artwork. And the one on top is about lovers. So we'll see what comes out. This is for Tina. Yes, it will be live. It will stay on my YouTube channel. It takes a little while to process, and it will be on Facebook for, I think it's there 30 days and they delete them now. So that's why I'm doing both. I've got my computer here and I got my phone here. So that's why I'm looking back and forth between you guys. So this is Tina. Whoa, I'm getting so this is the dark. Wow, that's interesting. Look. Look at this protection that just came in. I just got hit by the dark. This is the dark. This is the night side. This is the light side. And it truly is, because you don't see it. It's in reverse, but this is the left heart side. And as soon as that came in, that light beam came on me. So there's a darkness trying to pervade. Oh, there it is. Look at it. Oh, let's amplify. Okay, I'm doing this for all of us, you guys. We're amplifying Spirit's light and protection. Oh my goddess, is that not freaking stunning? Oh my goddess. Yeah, you go away. I'm not even paying attention to you. You go F off, because we got light. See how fast Spirit came in with that? Don't worry, we got you covered. Dang. I got hit by the night side. Dang. And I did, because those coyotes struck at 5:30 in the morning. It was dark still. Effers. A rerun. Is there going to be a rerun? Yes, there's a rerun. It'll stay there forever on my YouTube channel. And I go back years later and listen to them, and I can't get over. I found 3, I think I shared recently on my Facebook channel of readings that I did when I was in Canyon Lake and when I was up on the quest I think I was in Felton or Boulder, California, Santa Cruz. And they were so applicable. It was crazy. There's always there's a message always. My friend, why am I having so much of a difficulty with names right now? My friend, she's a sound healer. She's amazing. She sent me a message and she said she came across one of the older videos and she said, I got so many messages out of it. It was amazing. I said, it's amazing. Yes. Here we have magic and miracles. I am called. One of my spirit names is She Who Walks with Raven. I love that. Magic and miracles. So there's flowers all around this raven. Friendship, friends all around. I see them as spiritual friends and physical friends. Look at the rainbow. The rainbow, it says that promise you will not have to go through that again. You have learned. We're protecting you. Remember, that dark comes in and we shot right through and said, no, we are balancing that. You don't touch this one. You don't touch this one. Not a hair on your head shall be harmed. Spirit stands at the ready, always at our side, but they must respect our free will. So they may see us struggle, cry, and wonder, why aren't they stepping in? We must understand that they are respecting our free will choices. We must ask, please help. And the second we do so, they will, with no hesitation, speedily fly to our rescue. They will bring us this help in a myriad of ways. Some we may not see or understand at the time. Remember, I called on Spirit. I didn't understand what they were showing me. I learned very quickly. And when I asked for help, Amanda came in and said, here's the help. And I said to her, I will accept this help. And that has been the biggest challenge of my life, is accepting help when it is offered. So don't push away the hand of Spirit. It isn't people that are helping you when they come forward and offer and gift and step in. It is literally divine answers to your prayers. So say yes. And so my whole life I have pushed away. My dad wanted to give me a brand new car. All I could think about was it took him hours and hours and months and weeks to make that much money. And I said, no. My spiritual twin, he offered me a car. He's a high-end used car dealer. And he said, do you need a new car? I'll give you one. And I said, no, I'm not going to take that from you. Are you kidding me? There's no way. I'm glad that I didn't at the time, because his family thought I was a gold digger and I am not. But if someone comes in to offer you, pay for your dinner, to help you out, do not be embarrassed and understand that, yes, they're being very kind. You're giving them the opportunity to help you, but it is Spirit. It is coming from Spirit. It is coming from the request that you sent out to Spirit. So we must remember that Spirit has no limitations, and we are now seeing that if we align with Spirit, we will have no limitations. We are breaking past generational patterns. We are the ones that are changing our world. We are the ones teaching those coming in after us to raise their children knowing no limitations. We do this by understanding that we have the power to do so. We are here now creating what in the past others would call miracles, because we are miracle workers. We are co-creators with the divine. By recognizing the power of our words and our intentions, followed by purposeful action, the Raven teaches us that we must expect magic and miracles to be an active part of co-creating with spirit. Learn to walk with magic and miracles. So this is for Tina, but Frank, expect to get the right answers when you use your pendulum. Expect that you are walking and you are co-creating with the divine. This is a tool that I'm using, Spirit. I would like, through my highest self and my alignment with the divine, to get an answer here. Now, if you're going to try to get answers about somebody else's personal life, you might be given clues, but sometimes you're not allowed to step beyond. Like I am. It's funny when I have people ask me for readings, they're like, I need really crystal clear clarity on this. I need to know specifically if this is going to be this way or that. And I said, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't get to tell you everything, because we have all been given free will. The divine doesn't even know what's going to happen, because you get free will. So depending on what you choose and depending on what they choose, then something happens. They can see your heart. They can see that person's heart and the direction that things might go. But at the last second, anybody can change their mind. That's why I've been getting the message right now that somebody's having an issue with, there's no point in even trying. And that makes me really angry. There is always a point in trying. There is always the point in saying you're sorry. There's always a point in going after what you want, because nothing is decided until you say it is. Now, can you make another person do something? No, of course not. But don't limit, don't hobble the co-creation with the divine, and don't hobble the possibility. Possibilities are endless. Frank, okay, yeah, I've asked it so many different questions on many different things. Well, you know what you need to do is how you test it, Frank, when you test a pendulum? Ask it things you already know the answers to and see if it gives you the correct answer. Then you know you're working the right way, right? And also, don't ask out loud. Ask in your heart, because dark energy can fuck with you. Pardon my French. Okay, so now we're going to Lisa. Lisa, Tina's daughter. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Lisa. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for asking questions. Thank you all for sending love to each other. Thank you for coming together. I got to tell you, last night at this, it was a pool party, Labor Day pool party. I went later, and my friends were DJing. And at 9 o'clock, my friend Mark, that owns the property, and he owns another property here, and he also owns Humankind, the nightclub. Him and our friend John, they're co-owners. At 9 o'clock, everywhere, no matter where he is, he stops. And everybody has 10 minutes of silence, sending love out to the collective. And I got to tell you, I videotaped the ending of it, because there were so many people there on so many different levels of this property. The DJs were bouncing right before it until he called it. And you could hear a pin drop. No one even whispered. There was such respect. It moved me deeply. And if you go to my YouTube channel, my Facebook channel, I'm Sherri Liran, Lyran, Sherri. It's public. You can see. Watch the videos, all of them. They're epic. And you will see one of the videos, and I did a little comment underneath it, how it was dead silent. I love that. I mean, the respect that this was a divine moment at 9 o'clock. And I will tell you that if you want to do this at home on your own, no matter where you are in the world at 9 o'clock, universally, there are many that come together and in silence send out that love. It's a beautiful, beautiful ritual. Chords of gratitude. Thank you. Sunshine Tea. Chords of gratitude. Thank you. Sunshine Tea says. Sunshine Tea, she'll post this later to her channel. Oh, thank you for helping. Can you guys click the like button? And if you want to share this would be helpful for the most amount of people. There we go. because there's so many messages that need to get out there. I have been asked by Archangel Gabriel to be the messenger, but you can also step forward and help be a messenger. This is for Tina's daughter, Lisa, and it's dreaming. Oh, this is a good message for me because I dreamed something last night and I wrote it down in detail and I was like, who is it? Someone you love will appear to you in your dreams. They reflect a part of you, a time of remembrance, a time of reflection and healing. Remember I said there's always a point. There's always a point in trying. There's always a point in reaching out. Healing is possible in any and every situation. I love this. Thank you, Lisa, for your message so that it helps all of us. Johanna, of the beautiful name. Johanna. Message for Johanna. You got 2. It's time to break free of your comfort zone. It's time to start taking some risks. And you know what's funny is did you see me turn my head? I looked over at the Fool and I was like, what? Do I need to ask for a message from this deck? Maybe I will. But no, they wanted me to show you this. It's time to start taking some risks. Remember what the Sacred Fool says. It might seem risky. Other people might think you're fucking crazy, but you're not because you are protected. Spirit would not ask you to take a risk if they didn't have full intention of protecting you. I looked over there for that very reason. That's me following my intuition, right? It was just, don't discard your reasons for looking or doing something, or why do I turn left today? I always go right. Why am I going in this direction? There's a reason. Find ways to simplify your life and be more in balance with nature. So I work for myself. I work, and I'm so blessed and grateful that I can work out of my home. And in between my calls, I leave constantly. Get up and go outside. Get up and go outside. I do better outside at all times of the year. My home has got a low ceiling and it's a darker home. It's a little cottage. I have 2 skylights in my living room. I sit under them, but I need to get out. If I'm in a dark room for too long, now think about a dark room. It could be dark as in heavy environment, a work situation that's stressful, people around you that are negative or toxic. Get outside and clear that. Even if it's just, I got to take a breath, right? Do that. Okay, Sunshine Tea, we love thee. Sunshine Tea, we love thee. I am going to ask, and hopefully it's not going to say something. I got that it's safe. Okay, I'm going to use this little deck, the Island Wellness for Sunshine Tea. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Also, if you are connected to my page, sometimes Spirit, I get buried, you guys. I watch this young girl, doesn't have the connection. She knows how to read tarot, which is a game. It's a card game, if you didn't know that. But she is not connected to Spirit. But she's connected to tarot. She understands the tarot. She says, we just reached 40,000 subscribers. And I'm like, what? Like, my channel is very small. And now I'm not in competition with her. But I am saying that these messages need to get out. I spend a lot of time and energy, and so does Spirit, delivering these messages that are of great importance. I am incredibly connected to the divine. I've devoted my entire life to that service. We need to get these videos out there. So this is for Sunshine Tea. This says girl with a snake. So empathy, empath, and narcissist paradigm. There seems to be a two. So I am an empath. And so what do empaths do? They draw narcissists to them. They do. Because we want to give, and they want to take. This can be a person, place, or organization, right? Group of people, a belief system. So it talks about being charmed or used. I was talking this morning to my friend Danielle about this man that was my first encounter when I left Canada. And I was just smitten by this guy. He was charming and he was beautiful and he was kind and he was a user. And I had no clue. I came straight out of the Jehovah's Witness organization. I was like Mary's little lamb to the slaughter, and he was the wolf in sheep's clothing. And I was charmed and I was used. And so this is about enabling strong boundaries. So only you know who this applies to or how this applies. Could be a person, place, organization, belief system. All right. Natasha Whiteside. I was told to go to my deck for Natasha. Whoa, heat flush just now. I find that interesting. I was just reading Sunshine Tea says, I need light always. You're amazing, Sherri. Well, I just got a flush of heat. So the flush of heat to me is a negative. And I'm not saying that you're negative, clearly. What I'm saying is when that negative came, remember that that hit my hit my night side, how the beam of light came immediately and said, you will not touch her. You will not touch her. She works for us. And if you F with her, you F with us. And you don't want to go where Michael takes you. So, Sunshine, yes, she is. Sunshine Tea, whoa, me too. Thank you. Kindly. So welcome. So welcome. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Spirit is watching us and protecting us. You just need to notice. Don't think it's just a beam of light coming through. No, there was no beam of light. It came through as the second that I got hit with the night side. Spirit balanced it out instantly. It's about trusting and knowing that, you've got no reason to worry. People freak out about, oh my God, should I be worried about this? Should I be worried about that? Left or right? Left. So it's this one. Ooh, I love this. And you only can be hurt if you think you can be hurt. And that's a fact. This is Athena. Athena is a seer. I am a seer. The owl is the seer. This one has the gift of the owl. Athena, so regal and wise. She is well-read and knowledgeable on many subjects. She doesn't waste her time and energy on nonsense. She is nurturing, loving, independent, and capable. She stands in her own power, and yet she knows the importance of teamwork. She knows how to delegate authority, recognizing she doesn't do all. It isn't her job to fix another or tell them what to do. She leads by example. She is not swayed by the need to be popular. She does not follow the masses. She follows her heart, and she is connected very deeply to her inner wisdom, as shown by the owl that she holds close to her. Owl wisdom gives her the ability to see through deception or illusion. She is able to read people and situations accurately. She has been taught well, and she trusts her intuition. She is trustworthy and reliable, loving and generous. But make no mistake, she will not suffer fools lightly. She is an empress. I emulate this card. This is your card. This is your message, Natasha. You do not suffer fools lightly. You've grown in your knowledge. There's one good thing about age comes wisdom, right? As long as you've been working on your path. All right, that was Natasha. Ingrid, my sweet. Ingrid, my sweet. You know what I want to tell you, Ingrid? That I've in my when I get up in the morning, the sun comes through here in the morning. It's gone, obviously, as the sun rises, but every single morning I have two of the crystal. Can you see them? Am I going the wrong direction? No, I'm not. Okay. So hanging from my umbrella are crystal strands that she sent me from freaking New Zealand, right? Are you in Australia, New Zealand right now? I think you're in New Zealand, right? Are you in Australia? I can't remember. But every morning lights flash in my office. And what I've recognized is that the light shooting through the crystals, because crystals are recharged, right? That sits here. And so the crystals are being charged. I've blessed them. I've charged them with Reiki. They've been blessed by Ingrid. Ingrid worked with them. And they shoot healing energy and powerful energy into my workroom every single morning. I think it's so freaking cool. Confused a bit. Myself needing light always may mean that I'm keeping myself away from the dark or darkness of certain people, things, or etc. Needing light, we always need light. We all need light. It lifts our vibration. It clears the dark energy away. So we all need light. Australia. I thought so. You're from New Zealand though, right? All right. Who am I reading for? Did I say Ingrid? Anyway, you bless my house every single morning and I appreciate you because that's the office I work in. So all my decks are shot with those crystal lights. And I think it's just incredible that they're outside hanging here and they work in my office every day. I love that. I do love this house. This house is set up so perfectly for me. Okay, Ingrid. Ingrid. I love this, she says, of course. Ingrid. I looked at my legs and I'm like, ooh, what is that on my legs? It's like the marking of the lace on my little shorts. I had the deck holding it down. All of a sudden I got this print of lace on my legs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This might be weird. As people get older, they get varicose veins or little spider veins, right? And they think, oh God, that's so ugly. It's lace. It's lace. It's wisdom. See it as lace on your legs. Ooh, look at that pretty lace on my legs. It's not going anywhere. You might as well love it. Born in New Zealand. All right. There we go. I like it when Spirit does that. Ingrid, I'm going to ask you while I get a drink of water, please choose 1, 2, or 3, because these are long messages. Please choose 1, 2, or 3. Ask your higher self which it is that your message is. And I need to hope there's no bugs in my protein shake. Sorry. There's flies all around. I don't need them in my protein shake. Ingrid, 1, 2, or 3. I got to give her a second, you guys. I keep forgetting this is melted. I can't really see myself on the screen. I can see myself, but not really. And sometimes I go back and I look and I'm like, I've got a whole big smear of like lipstick, or one time I had eyeliner that went sideways. 2. Hi, mamas. Hi, mamas. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. That's beautiful. We called in Archangel Raphael. So happy to announce that a healing has come to you now. I am Archangel Raphael, and I have heard and answered your prayers. Thank you for trusting me to help you with this very challenging situation. Yes, your heart has felt tender and your body has been taxed. Your mind has been troubled, but relief is now here. You must trust the situation is in the process of health and healing. Please now release all anxiety. Give yourself the time and space to rest, recharge, relax, and allow for a renewal. All physical manifestations have an emotional root cause. If it hasn't already happened, you will soon feel a great sense of relief. Your body is now taking a deep cleansing breath and releasing all of the emotional trauma that has resulted in a sense of illness. Trust that a healing is happening in your familial and personal relationships, in your body, in your work situations, in your finances, and in your love life. It's huge right now. Spirit support. Doesn't that feel amazing? I'm so happy to be able to help you with this. Please, next time, do not hesitate to call me in. I'm always at your service. So when this happened to me with my ribs, there's a slight hypochondriac within me that, because I'm getting older, that came out. And, I'm trying to think of the vital organs that are there. Why is this hurting right there, right? Do I have a hernia? Do I have blah, 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 blah? No, you know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. It's pretty funny. What caused it? I was at Crescent Moon Ranch. Oops. And I was at the river, and somebody had put a branch swing from a tree. It was a cool branch. It kind of went like an L, and the long part this way, though. So it looked like that. And it was hanging from the tree. And I went and I hung and I went like I did as a little girl. I'm still in my childlike energy, especially when I'm in the forest. And I laid on it and I swung, and I'm like, okay, that freaking hurt. It was a hard branch right underneath. And that's where I did it. It just took a little while for it to show up. So sometimes, remember, every physical manifestation has an emotional root cause. So I was hurt. It just took a while for that to show up. Maybe I wasn't able to process it at the time, right? And so I don't know why I brought that up. I can't even remember. I'm channeling. But I'm thinking about Saphira as well. Her healing. A healing is going to take place. Spirit told me a healing would take place with this. They said, don't worry, because I asked Raphael. I actually worked with Raphael, and I said, I need to know what's happening here and how to deal with it. Also with Saphira, it's the first thing I did. And I was told, don't take her to the vet. Just leave her, like keep her in a dark, quiet place. She has medication. They would just observe her. We're working with her. She's going to recover. You're going to recover. So all of these things I'm saying aren't just about me, right? They're about all of us. You just saw Bea and Raven. Did you see them both? Bea's over in the sunshine. Now, do you know why she's in the sunshine? Dogs are not able to release toxic energy unless they go in the sun, or unless we pet them and say, clear, clear, clear. Cats process that dark toxic energy and release it. Dogs are not able to do that. So they will take on our illness. If you're angry, frustrated, crying, down, depressed, if you've got shitty messages in movies and songs and people talking and gossiping in your house, your dogs will absorb that. And they will not be able to get rid of it. They will take it and take it and take it until they become physically ill. So she's over there because we've had a lot of trauma in our house. So she's lying in the sun. Oh, my friend Zoe, the one who did the artwork, she just did several big, large paintings, and her work is magical. And she just said, thank you so much for that message. That was exactly what I needed to hear. So my thought on that is, if you've got something nice to say, you're thinking something nice about someone, say it. Doesn't help them if you don't say it. But she says, I needed to hear that right then, right? So that's the same with these messages, right? You have no idea. When you share these posts and these readings, you have no idea. And when I channel a message, sometimes I'm just like, all right, sounds like I'm just shooting my mouth off and I'm just talking. I'm not. I'm channeling. And there are reasons I'm saying what I'm saying. You may look at it and think of it as frivolous or that it doesn't really matter, but it does matter. Every single thing that I'm saying during these sessions in my life has a message. Everything that anybody in your life says has a message if you will listen for it. You're welcome. Yay. Nandini, I was thinking about you. We're doing the readings now. I'll put you down for a message from Spirit. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And Raven, so what's funny is Raven is over in the shade and Bea is in the sun. Are you done now? Is it too hot for mamas? It's getting too hot for her. So she did what she needed to do. But it's funny, the dark and the light, the dark, the light, right? One in the sun, one in the darkness. But they're finding what they need. So now Raven, what she's doing to get her healing right now is she's lying with all of her leggies, froggy style, on the grass and allowing that earthing, cleaning energy to go through her body. So both of them are healing in the grass, which is what we can do as well, right? I talked a long time for that, but hey, Frank, we're all about Frank right now. Spirit, what does Frank need right now? We're all about Frank. This is going to be one of our longer readings, I feel. Correct for neutrality. Frank, we're all about Frank right now. Whoop. Okay. Emotional breakthrough, Frank. Emotional release, transformation. Again, release. Double emphasis on releasing. Freedom. It is safe for you to express how you feel. Let it all out. Your relationships will deepen as a result. Think about it. Sometimes we don't know immediately what that's concerning. Think about it. I'll say it again. There will be an emotional breakthrough if you listen. Release. Freedom. It is safe for you to express how you feel. Let it all out. Relationships deepen as a result. A lot of times we think things in our head and we don't say them. Sometimes we're afraid to say something. I got to tell you, that is my life lesson. And I speak what I feel. And it doesn't mean you have to come across like a dick, but speak your truth. Sunshine Tea, love it about the dogs. Yes. Well, they're showing us, right? The yin and the yang, the balancing of the dark and the light. And how do you do that? How do you balance the dark and the light? Get out in nature. Get out in the sun. That clears and charges you. Get into the grass. That grounds you, right? Yes, I've gotten burned twice due to my holding back my feelings. There you go, dude. Don't freaking do it. Chords of gratitude. Chords. This one. Chords of gratitude. Woo, that was fast. Pause, take a break, and come back to it later. So there's something that you're not sure of. You may not be the time. It may be that you're too overwhelmed. It just may be that the timing isn't right. It may be that the solution hasn't come to you by spirit yet. Your intuition hasn't worked something out. All we know, it might be just that there's just too much. So pause, take a break, and come back to it later. It gives spirit time to deliver messages to you. It gives your higher self time to process, right? Give yourself processing time. Come back to it later. It's not going to be too late. If you're worried that I don't have time, yes, you do. Pay, our sweet Pay. Correct for neutrality. Pay, I thought of you today. And when I rhyme, I'm channeling again. So there was an artist here in Sedona that I went to an exhibit to yesterday. It was for the natives. I think it was the Navajo. Is it the Navajo? Let me know. Maybe it's another. The red painted faces of the women that went missing. About it's basically in homage to the natives, and it's not just the Navajo because it's in Canada as well. And she's called the Deer Woman, and she's got antlers, and she's sacred to the Native Americans. And there are millions of faces, little faces, going down her whole entire dress and wrapping around her body. And she's on display at my friend's place, Cielo Connection, and she's going to. I don't know if there's a painting that's going to come with it, but I thought of you when I saw that for some reason. My friend Laura paints her face red and runs in honor of the Native women. Thank you, Sherri. Your time and energy in the reading are much appreciated. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Who am I reading for? Pay. Pay. Hey, Pay. That one? Balance. Make sure that you are receiving as much as you are giving. So remember, with the appetite, the blue appetite helps you to nurture and instill a sense of duty, not duty, cancel, clear, delete, a sense of service to others. I needed to balance that. So I didn't choose this as my item. I do that too much. So this is about balance. This is about, are you receiving as much as you are giving? Make certain that you are. Bring everything back into balance. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's your children, your job, right? Don't take your work home with you. I'm not taking my work home with me, as in this. I got to remember with my clients, because sometimes I get really upset for them because most of my clients become my friends and I hurt with them. And then I realized, as an empath, it talks about the empath narcissist energy. It doesn't have to be a person, right? The narcissistic energy is the darkness. It's the fear. It's the feeling that I need to carry that person's pain. No, I don't. It doesn't help them and it hurts me. Oh, did you see it? Did you see it? It's Caitlin. Oh, I want to move my phone. My girlfriend, Caitlin, that passed away 2 years ago, she said she would come to me in my garden to say hello, and as a monarch butterfly, and she just flew by. She's so beautiful. A big monarch. You can't like this. I'm sorry. Okay. First Nation woman in Canada. I am Cree. Oh, beautiful. My spiritual twin is half Cherokee. I just read for Pay, right? Tell me yes. Tell me yes, because I've got so many things that I'm having to notice and pick up on. If I didn't, I did read for Pay. Tell me yes. And I'm going to Breezer right now. Correct for neutrality. It's in honor of all the Native American women who go missing. Why do they go missing? What has happened to them? They are not forgotten, is the message. They are not forgotten. So it's a beautiful, and the Deer Woman as the divine goddess. Do you know in Oak Creek Canyon at Crescent Moon Ranch, there's a tree that I stopped by on the way as I walk into the fairy forest, and it's the deer goddess. And you see her, she's incredible. And the peace that's in that, it's incredible. I've shared many, many pictures of her. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I did read for Pay. Sorry, it's so ridiculous that I can't remember what I do 2 seconds before. But it says I'm channeling. I'm out of my head. I'm like floating. I'm not in my body. All right, so this is for Breezer. New direction comes first, and then the artist. Life might seem like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is divine order to the madness, as I would say, the present circumstances. What might appear as chaos is often angelic forces of the universe at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction, a time of renewed health, joy, and abundance. I always think about Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. When the house went up and spun around and around and around, think about all of the things. I mean, who hasn't seen The Wizard of Oz? The young people nowadays, like, I can't even get over people that don't know Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. I'm like, man, am I that old that you don't even know who she is? That's me. But the house, all the things that took place in the story, when the house was put back down, everything was put back in order. That's what spirit does. So eclipse season is coming. There may be some chaotic forces at work. There will be. Understand that you will make it through to the other side. Most of the time when endings happen, you have called on Kali Ma. You weren't happy with the situation. You weren't happy with the job. You weren't happy with the people. You weren't happy with whatever. You called in Kali Ma with your own actions, with your own words, and things now need to be rearranged. You need to let the dust settle. And then after comes the artist. You are an infinite power of creation, an eternal artist. Create something beautiful today. Feel the stars shining. You are one with the universe and nature. Eternal light shines forever through you. Create something. You remember, this says you're going to be steered in a new direction, a time of renewed abundance, health, and joy. So in order to start manifesting that and bring that into being with this as your intention, create something today in honor of that. I like that. I like that. So interesting. It doesn't matter how many times I use these decks, I always get different messages. Sunshine Tea, thank you, Sherri, and I love you to the moon and back. I looked at my little sister, her picture this morning. I have a room off of my office that has all of my family pictures. And there are two girls sitting, a little one and the older sister sitting together. And behind that, I've got a little statement that says, I love you to the moon and back. So you literally just showed me my sister. Also, that's what my spiritual twin's brother says to him. I love you to the moon and back. That was and see how you've got the two hearts on either side of the star? We both love you that much, Jake. Thank you. Oh, we're still looking for my grandson in Edmonton, Alberta. Oh, so we call upon Archangel Michael for protection. We call upon Archangel Raphael for healing. We call upon Master Jesus. We call on all the angelic light beings to surround Pei and her grandson and everyone within the family. Bring a conclusion, bring a sense of peace. And so it is. Aho, ashe, namaste. Yeah, I'm crying too. I told you why, Tina. They're asking for your help. Tina had a new cat come to and sat on the porch, and the cat was looking. It's a black and white cat, dark and light, balance, yin yang. It might be asking you that you need to. I can't remember what your message is right now that we got from Spirit today, but the black and white cat represents balance, but the balance between the dark and the light, the balance that you need to find within yourself. But if it's a stray, it doesn't have a collar, and it's coming and staying on your porch, it's asking for your help. That's why I have so many animals. I am an animal rescuer. I work for the animals, and that's why Spirit works for me. Buster move, Buster. He sleeps on my front porch now. He cries and meows at me whenever I come out in the morning. He waits for his cookie, and so does Licorice. They're now my family. I haven't fixed them yet, but they are now part of my family. Okay. That was Breezer, right? So Lisa, my Lisa. Also, I don't know. I am not embarrassed to cry. I used to be afraid to show my emotions, and I didn't. And people, I think, often felt that I was unfeeling and uncaring, that I was too hard. And I got to tell you, oh, there's my girl. Did you see Bea behind me? My mama's? Hi. I love the girl. Can you come to say hi to me? Can you come to say hi to me? Oh, my girl. Can you come say hi too? Could you? Raven's going to push her out. Hold on. I know. I love you. We won't come up to say hi to the mommy. That's a girl. That's a girl. Oh, that's a girl. Oh, we love that girl. This is Raven, and I am she who walks with Raven. She represents my spiritual twin. She's a goofball, but she's just love. She loves everyone, and everyone loves her. But I got to tell you, she's a big badass if somebody comes to our fence. When those coyotes came, my dogs went mental. I let them out in the yard, and they told them, you stay away. This one is a sweetheart, a lover, and a goofball. But I got to tell you, when anything disturbs our peace, her back comes up and she looks like a hyena. She is a badass. And Bea, if anyone tries to hurt her little sister, she will take them down. They were both res dogs, and they lived on their own for 8 months, and they learned to fight. He has been missing since June 1st. Gemini season. We will help him as always. Thank you so much, Tina, for helping. She says she knew that the cat needed help. Thank you so much. Nandini, tears, sunshine tea. I saw Bea. Hi, Raven. You did see Bea behind me? Mommy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm doing Lisa, my friend Lisa. Correct neutrality on all levels. Ask spirit in whatever way is in the highest good for all involved. I know that you are. What? Evil kids beat him to death. There will be a karmic retribution, none that they have ever thought they would experience. And I'm telling you, it is not spirit that strikes them down. It is their own hand. It is their own karma. And it may not be death. They may not ever feel what they did. That may not come back to them. But I swear to you, karma is balanced. It is their own soul balancing. And it will come back to them in a way that hits them the hardest. Shit happens sometimes. Life is not fair. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't like death, period. I don't think we should ever have to die. Our bodies aren't supposed to die. If we ever get to ascend to the place where we understand that, our bodies should not break down. That's why I'm 61 years old. I don't look 61. I don't act 61. My body is capable of things that people that are 30 years old can't do. I take no medication. I work fully with spirit and I'm in a higher level. You're searching for his body. I'm not okay with death. I'm not okay with it. This is for Lisa. Ancient knowledge. So this is Master Jesus. I see this as Master Jesus. There is a flame inside of you, inside of your heart, a light that stems from the dawn of time. Ancient love and ancient knowledge are now being rekindled. Close your eyes and feel the love inside you. Allow it to flow into your life and watch all transform to light. Hey, I would do this right now. Do this right now. This came out right now for a reason. Your heart, there's a flame inside your heart. It's the flame of God, the Lion of God. I see Archangel Uriel. He is the flame of God, the Lion of God. It comes from ancient times, ancient knowledge. Close your eyes, feel the flame of love within you, and allow it to flow into your life and allow it to transform everything it needs to transform. You do not need to carry this pain. Your grandson is not feeling any pain now. He is free. He is with you as a guide. What he went through as a human was unconscionable and not okay under any circumstance. The fact of the matter is, if you do not find his body, he's with you in the physical. He is with you in the physical. His energy is right there. Do you hear my cat crying next to me? Crying. Pay attention. The cat goes in and out. Remember what I said. They go through the veil. The veil is very thin. They go in and out through the veil. Pay attention to that. Allow this to transform the grief within you and let it go. Release it. Let it go. You must let it go or it will make you physically ill. Sorry, Lisa, we used you, but sorry, not sorry. Serenity, my sweet friend Serenity, is blessed to carry the name Serenity. Isn't that a beautiful name to have? Correct for neutrality. I'm going to go to the Akashic Tarot. It's an oracle deck. It's just called the I know. Oh, can you see her? My mama's. Look at her in the corner. Hi, Mama. Hi, honey. I know, it's a terrible story. I didn't have the kennel. I made a wing. That little wing that she's sitting in, they're made of big dog kennels, and I created the left wing and the what is it? The north wing and the south wing. And then the center wing and then the tower. They're all made of different dog kennels that I dismantled, put together to give them more space. And I hadn't zip tied the two together because I thought I would needed to get in to use the cat box. And there was a piece this wide. She wiggled her freaking body through 2.5 inches. I have no idea. It was insane. My daughter, I'm worried about her. She's taking it real hard. It's not for you to carry. You call in spirit to watch over her, take care of her. Go back and listen to this reading again. And remember, this sentence that you're talking about right now. And one of the items that we were going to choose from was my son, a picture of my son. I'm going to use it next week. And it was going to be about family. I didn't end up using it because I used all the crystals instead. My son doesn't speak to me. He hasn't spoken to me in almost 11 years. Well, 11 years. I love him. I was crying this morning about him because he called my daughter 5 years ago and said, or 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and said, is mom dead? Because he couldn't feel me anymore. And she said, no, she's living in Sedona. And it broke my heart, my son thinking I was dead. But I was dead to him. And I am physically, so I understand that grief, Pay. I understand that grief. My son is alive, and yet I'm dead to him. So it's a tough one. I get where your daughter is. I'm so sorry. I ask everyone as I prayed, you're not to carry this, and she's not to carry this. This is to be handed to spirit, and the anger and the justice and the sense of all of that is going to drain your bodies and not help the situation. You need to give it to spirit. I don't even remember shuffling right now. I don't remember shuffling this, but this is about the Akashic Tarot. I mean, the Akashic Field, the Akashic Records. It looks like the Aurora Borealis. And it's interesting because, so that might be, so the Aurora Borealis is a phenomenon. It's lights, right? It's these incredible lights that are seen in different parts of the world. And I had never seen them. I'd always wanted to see them. My mother was born in Manitoba, Canada, and I was born in British Columbia. And so she saw them, the Northern Lights, and my Uncle Phil in Wisconsin saw the Northern Lights, and I'd never seen them. And we got to witness them here last year and last year and the year before. But I'm looking predominantly at the color. Pay attention. This message is for Lisa, but pay attention. Predominantly the color is green, right? Healing. And purple, which is high spiritual protection. And on the other side is red, root chakra. Also, I'm thinking of the natives that have gone missing, right? All of this here. So it's the Aurora Borealis. It's got energy and brilliance. And you see the lights dancing, and it's a phenomenon that it's just absolutely freaking incredible. It's amazing. So all information, all power, all energy, all experience, everything is within your Akashic field. So if you receive this in the upright, which she did, it's talking about opportunities, amazing opportunities that are abounding at this time. This is for Lisa and for anybody else who resonates with this message. It isn't just for Lisa, right? This comes forth as your life force resonates with the synchronicities that divine brings forward so that you can explore your own Akashic records and receive exactly the information that you need and the energy that can help you with what you receive. So they're asking you to pursue it with focus. Write your intentions. Ask for inspiration. I'm thinking of Frank right now. I'm thinking of all of us right now. Ask. Remember, spirit can't help us if we don't ask. Ask. This is my focus. This is my conscious intention. I'm going to write these ideas down, my inspirational ideas. The universe is ready and willing to align with your heartfelt desires. Now, for my friend Lisa, she is she practices something called emotional wizardry. It's a combination of kinesiology, intuition, and this procedure that she works with. She's very good at it. She studied, and she needs to do this to help others, but she's got to pay her bills. So she needs clients. So I said, you call this in. This is what you do. You call this in because you say to spirit, you want me to work for you? You want me to help people? Then you need to bring me the clients because I have so many hours that I have to give of my work, 40 hours a week. It doesn't leave me time to even breathe, rest, rejuvenate, or even play. She's working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? And she needs time. So spirit, with the intention, my focus is, yes, I want to do my divine work. Bring me my clients. And the first thing spirit said was raise your prices because you aren't asking for your worth. This is everyone now, not just Lisa. If you're not asking for your worth, you won't be respected. If you're too cheap with what you ask for yourself, people are going to think you're not any good. Our time and our energy is valuable. It took me a long time before I charged for the work that I did. I didn't feel it was right. I felt like Master Jesus never charged. It was different. It was an exchange of energy. This is an exchange of energy. Money is energy. So there's got to be something. I'll cut your hair if you do a reading for me. I'll clean your house if you do a reading for me. Whatever it is, there needs to be an equal exchange. Spirit, I will work for you, but you need to bring me the clients. You need to bring me the clients that are wanting to know how they can better their lives. They're wanting healing. They're looking for your guidance and help in regards to this. So this is what you need to ask for. And you engage in this intention, you meditate, and you visualize on this Akashic field, on your own Akashic field, because the universe is ready to help. And now's the time, Spirit says, now's the time to make this happen. Lisa, that's an amazing message. I'm glad I grabbed that deck. Thank you for giving me that inspiration. I look at the scars and the skies at night, Paige says. Oh my gosh, I would love that. Haven't seen my son and daughter in years as well. It's sad because I've never hurt them in any way. I never hurt them. I gave everything for my children. It's their life. It's their path. It's their life's path. That's all you can do is understand that. And I'm going to say this about Pay right now. My little sister, when you said, I love you to the moon and back, my little sister died at 15 and a half. There was no reason for her death. Just like my little monkey Merlin, my little kitten, 15 months old, who was a mirror of my sister, died in my arms. There was no reason that had to happen. It was unfair. I was so fucking angry at Spirit for allowing that to happen. But that's their purpose for coming there. God did not need another angel. I hate that stupid saying. God didn't do this. We choose our life path before we come here. My sister's path was for 15 and a half years. That's how long she came here. She came here to fulfill the life of that child. She came here to leave a family early because my parents chose a life to deal with the loss of their child. How will they handle this? They were given free will. They could have drawn closer to one another because they truly loved one another, but they didn't. They allowed their grief and anger to blow them apart, and their marriage blew apart. My mother died waiting for my father. My father had moved on because my mother pushed him away because she was so grief-filled and angry and held on to this bitterness that she couldn't release. She died of cancer. My dad, they died loving. It's horrible. Let go of the anger. Let go of the anger. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not angry at my son. I'm not angry at my daughter. I love them deeply. I love them both. I was a wonderful mother. I am not a perfect mother, but I love them with everything that I had. Our parents do the best they can with what they have. Nobody's perfect. We're all a work in progress. Serenity. Did I read for Serenity? Was that Serenity's message? Somebody tell me if I just read for Serenity, please. And then I'm going to go on to, I think that was the Akashic Tarot for Serenity or Lisa, or did I say Lisa's name for Serenity? Can somebody please tell me? I'm going to go on to Danielle because I don't remember. Please remind me if I read that for Serenity or for Lisa. Danielle, correct for neutrality for my sweet Danielle. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Sunshine T, let go, Tina. I say with love. What did Tina say? Tina. Please tell me someone, did I just read for Serenity and call her Lisa accidentally, or did I say Serenity? Please tell me. The Akashic records. Didn't I say Lisa? I said Lisa, right? So had I not read for Serenity, did I say Lisa twice? Somebody tell me. Danielle, my sweet Danielle, you were awash with unexpressed emotion. Say exactly what you feel. It is safe for you to speak the truth. We know what this is about. We know what this is about. We talked about this morning. I put it away, but I just got a message I just got a message. All right. Wow. It's so dry out here. My nose is like crunchy. Please tell me if I read for Serenity. Did I read for Serenity or did I read twice for Lisa? My name is Tina, but I'm called T or, oh my goddess. Oh, so we have two Tinas. How beautiful. Sunshine Tina. Tian. Do you know I have a friend? I always thought her name was Teeny. And I thought, how funny, Teeny. Her name is Tiani. And I'm like, oh my God, I love that. I wish I'd known it pronounced it that way before. Somebody please tell me if I read twice for Serenity or twice for Tina. Please, please, please. Okay, the message that I got is karma. Someone from your past reemerges into your life. This gives you the opportunity to handle things differently than you did before. You are being told to stand firmly in the light of love, but also in your power. The universe is presenting you with a fresh chance to clear away any lingering karma attached to this relationship. Because remember, we call karma, we bring karma in from past lives. We don't need it in this life. I did a healing with my friend Lisa. Now, if you want to work with her, you can work with her on the phone. She does Zoom calls, and she went back, and it's like, how many past lives? 22 past lives ago. We come in with past karma, and she helps clear whatever those blockages are. And I was shown by spirit, remember, my poverty mindset from so many past lives of living as a monk. I lived as there were so many different things. As a Jehovah's Witness, my entire life was about the money is the root of all evil. And so it put a block to my abundance. And so Spirit showed me it was my family tree, and it started in Australia. So that was my great grandparents, and those roots needed to be pulled out. So I was shown by Spirit. But see, I understand how Spirit speaks to me. A lot of us, I've studied with them, and I've worked this for forever. So I understand when I go in there, they're showing me the tree. This feels like Australia. I've got an issue with money. There's poverty, a block. And then Lisa said, there's a blockage as far as your money. And I'm like, I know what I need to do. I went into the river, got into the water, and I saw myself shaking the roots of the bottom of the tree and moving the soil that had packed on the roots, which, think about it, in my energy, away from it, gently washing it away. I said, I'm not destroying you. I thank you for your lessons, but I release you down the river. You go now, because I am now rooting myself in abundance. My past lives are done. I am now living in this life, and this life I call in and deserving of abundance. My past karma has been released. So how we release, it was for Lisa. Thank you. So Serenity, that's her message. That worked out very well. Thank you. All right, Danielle. I said Danielle for this, right? It's for both of them? It's for both of them. Okay, well, that helps, because I was going to go. Nandini. And if there's anybody else I missed, we're going to wrap it up for myself after we do Nandini. Correct for neutrality on all levels for Nandini. Which deck, Spirit? The little one in my secret box. Do you know also how Spirit gives me what I want? Like, they give me what I want. I'm a major manifester. I love these boxes. I thought these were so incredible. This is a little one. And they sell them here at a place called Shine, and they are outrageously expensive. And I got this at the Goodwill for $3.49. Spirit gave this to me. So thank you, Spirit. I think we all need to mint so many messages today. That's why it's a little bit confusing with names today. Perhaps. Oh, my goddess, my mom. My dad, I've talked to you guys about this before. My dad is a self-made man who raised me. Bernie Bergman is his name. He is an inventor. He invented the hydraulic lifter and the fourth gear of the Volkswagen motors. He's world famous. He is a self-made man, started with $50 in his pocket, working out of the back of a garage, and became a self-made bazillionaire. He would go to the mall with my mother, and she would be shopping, and he would sit with a notepad and paper, and he called it figuring. And it basically, what it is, it's automatic writing. He would just sit there and allow whatever would come out. That's how he created. He didn't realize, but that's how you work with your higher self. And so as he was figuring, he called it, he says, she's in all the little shops. She's got to lift all the little boxes, all the little lids to all the little boxes, and all the little hinges have to come out. And so this is also something that my mother would have loved. I've got a lot of secret boxes in my house. Correct for neutrality. Sunshine T says, leaving, wishing you all a beautiful week. Love you all bunches. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We love you too. Sending love to you. Who is this for? Nandini. Nandini. Wow, Nandini. We've had this message. So this is the second confirmation for this message. Girl with the snake. So this talks about an empath and narcissist. Remember the light and the dark, the dog, the light, the dark. The night side message that hit me at my ear, and then the light that immediately came, right? Spirit saying you're not going to touch a hair on her head. This is about establishing boundaries, not giving too much emphasis, not giving too much, not allowing charming people to use you. They can charm you into thinking that you're doing that what you're doing is so good for you. It's part of your calling, when in fact you're doing their work for them. This can be, again, a person. It can be oh, my handyman just told me the price of my catio. Wow, $500. $500. Oh my goddess. I froze, you guys. Are you there? Okay, $500. Wow. 300 in supplies and 250 for building it. $500. This is about enabling boundaries. And remember, it can be with family, it can be with loved ones, it can be with friends, it can be with work, it can be just with your own thoughts. There's got to be balance. Remember, I didn't want to choose this stone, even though I love it, because I give too much, and I need to find balance in regards to that. So that's your emphasis. You need to find balance. And charming people. Remember the guy that when I first moved from Canada, I was innocent. I thought I'd been a Jehovah's Witness my whole life. I didn't know men like that existed. I didn't know that. I expected men to treat me with honor and respect. I had no idea that I was being charmed by this beautiful man who snowed me and he used me, and I meant nothing to him. And so I enable a shell. I've got a shell. I've got a tough shell, and you're not going to freaking penetrate it. You're going to show me who you are before I give you anything. Leaving me. Okay, what else? Can't hear me? Shit. Oh, shiznit. Sorry, I don't know how that happened. So what I was saying was it's about boundaries. It's about, the cicadas came right there when I said boundaries. It's about charming people or situations or a religious belief system that teaches you that this is in your highest good. And they'll tell you all the reasons why this is good for you, when in fact it's good for them, right? Same as people. And Spirit says boundaries is important. I know. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know, because I don't know. I had to go see that. What I was saying was my handyman told me that it's going to cost me about $500 to build the catio. That's insane, you guys. $500. I'm asking Spirit to give me an alternative solution, like a dog kennel that I can put there. I could get one for less than $500, and I could take it with me when I leave. So I'm calling in the perfect solution. That's a lot, and he can't get it done for 2 weeks. So, all right, it's my turn. I know, mamas. To mention, I don't know if she can go 2 weeks without having something to sit in. What is it for me? Show me. My deck. Oh, that was fast. You guys, I get this every single time. And they just said you get it again. Okay. So this is the fairies. If you go to my Facebook channel, you will see that I went to a party last night. I went to the Goodwill because it was hot, and I knew I couldn't take my dogs to the party, and it's air conditioned and they're allowed there, and they see a million people and they get all kinds of love and attention. So I took them there, and I found this skirt that was a little ridiculous. It was over the top. I got 2 of them, one in pink and one in white. I knew my mother was with me. A big glitzy diamond belt and this pink. And my mother's color is pink. So she definitely found it for me. Tulle skirt, like what's her name from Sex and the City? And I went as a fairy, and I laughed as I put the outfit together, and I realized that my mom called me Fairy Sherri. And when I got to the party, they have this majestic tree, this giant tree, and it's filled with sparkling lights. And I was in my fairy energy. So here are the fairies. Come forward. Aren't they delightful? Fairies move through life like they don't have a care in the world. Oh, think about what I was just saying. Think about what I was just saying about the $500, right? The person helped me, sent me a sizable donation, but not $500. They're not worried about whether they have enough money. They're not worried about what's coming tomorrow, next week, or even next year, or how long they're going to live. They just get busy living. Hey, I thought of you as well. You need to get busy living now, because life is for the living. It doesn't diminish the injustice and the importance of your grandson's life, but life is for the living. My mother died of pancreatic cancer because she was filled with grief and bitterness about my little sister dying. She couldn't function. She had such guilt, and she was not able to express it. She did not release it, and it literally ate her up from the inside. Every emotional, every physical manifestation has an emotional root cause. This is another reason why we need to release it. Let it go, right? Get busy living. Fairies, they are happy, joyful, and teach us the importance of play to raise our vibration, but we do not mistake them as frivolous or insignificant. I call upon the fairies. Just because some people see a little fairy flitting around, they are spirit beings, just like a unicorn, just like a dragon. Did I call in the dragons? If I didn't call in the dragons, they're already here because I'm a dragon. The unicorns, the dragons, the fairies, the elementals, the land beings, the Pegasus winged creatures, right? All of them, the aliens. It goes without saying, I'm a Lyran starseed. We called them all in, but they are just simply another form of spirit. Okay. So they are very wise. They are gifted. First of all, let me go back. Do not mistake them as frivolous or insignificant. On the contrary, they're very wise, gifted, and incredibly powerful. It is the fairies that whisper in our ear. It's time to get outside and play. Take your dogs for a hike. Go climb a tree. Commune with us. We love to interact with you. We love it when you put out little fairy houses for us. I've got fairy. Can you see my table right there behind me? It's filled with fairy houses. They're all around my entire house, everywhere. I see fairy houses in the forests, and I know that they're in there. We love when you leave us crystal gifts. There's also crystals all around my house, everywhere outside and inside. We love it when you leave us crystal gifts to let us know that you appreciate and want to work with us. Now listen to my little Ligress crying and crying and crying and not understanding why she's in jail, right? She's in jail right now. It's for her highest good. It's for her safety, but she doesn't understand why. Sometimes we are in a position where we're not able to move forward, and you don't understand that it's for your safety, and it's because we actually love you, not what we're trying to hurt you. We're trying to protect you. Sometimes you don't understand that or see it, right? Listen to what the fairies will do. We will help you connect to your pets because we have a very strong connection to them already. We can help you with them if they're not well, or if they're misbehaving, or if they're confused and not understanding. This is a safety. We are building you. We are bringing you a bigger area to run in as soon as we can. Until then, fairies, I ask you to work with them, as well as Archangel Ariel, to put into their bodies and their minds a sense of peace and calm. You've got the whole house to run. It's air conditioned. You've got the whole outside. I understand you need grass under your feet. I'm going to do that as soon as I possibly can. Please work with them and help them calm their little hearts. This also goes for people, right? Like your daughter. Hey, we can help you with them. Tell us what you need, and we will point you in the right direction. That's my message. That's your message. That's everyone's message. All right, you guys. It's 3:15. It's a long one, but it was a good one. This was a good one. Thank you for staying with us, and thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy. And I ask that you are able to take these messages and integrate them in your life the way you need to, that you're able to balance and a sense of peace, that you're able to find the direction, that you're able to understand that sometimes you need to give it a little time before the messages get through to you, and spirit is speaking to you and is answering your prayers. Give them a little time. Give yourself a little time to process it as well. I'm beautiful in pink. Oh, thank you. It's so funny. I totally looked like a fairy in that outfit. It was hysterical. My mom called me Fairy Sherri because I was her servant. Fairy Sherri. She had a little bell. Fairy Sherri. She would do it in this shrill voice that I have never heard another human be able to get this falsetto tone. And it was like she screamed it, but it wasn't screaming. It was so loud through the house, like that. So loud. Fairy Sherri. Because she needed me for something. Pay says, going to go back and listen again. Love you so much. I always go back and listen because half of these messages are channeled and I don't even remember them as soon as they come out of my mouth. So I'm going to go back and listen too. There's going to be a lot. And notice that Liger stopped crying. All right, you guys, I gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much. I love you, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and we'll see each other next week. Right? Love you. Love you.